Okay, next will be, just now I showed you the slides for the English text. This time around is for Muet. Because I told you earlier, English and Muet are aligned. So the things that you saw on the English papers for your continuous assessment, if you were to look at Muet later, you will see that there are no difference in the test specification. So let us look at Muet. Wait, okay. That one is Muet. So if you were to look at Muet, you are the first batch with the new syllabus. So consider yourself lucky. I think it's good because all the marks are equally given. So it's fair, I think, for all the students. Not like last year, if you are good in writing, you only focus in writing, then you can get band 4 because your writing is good. But that will not happen this year because all the marks are equally distributed, even though you get high mark for writing. But then if you suck at speaking, or if your listening skills are terrible, then you might get lower band. So for this year, you really need to listen well. You really need to speak well. That's what I said earlier. Later, I'm going to give you again my rules. For those who just came in, you need to use English in my class. If possible, if you want to message me outside of the class hours, please use English as well. Because that is the only practice that you get. I know you don't use English at home. So this is the only time that you can use English. Okay, so let us look at Moet. So if you were to look at this, the specification is the same. It's just that for Moet, you will see the code, the paper code. So listening is 800/1, speaking is 800/2, reading 800/3, writing 800/4. So duration is a little bit longer than the one that you have for your English specification. So listening, for English, you have 1 hour, but the real Moet, you only have 50 minutes. Speaking is 30 minutes. That one is per group, not per person. So 30 minutes per group. Reading is 75 minutes. Writing is also 75 minutes. And if you were to look at the weighting, all the weighting is 25%. Okay, this is the new band score. We don't have band 6 already. Like last year, the highest will be band 6. But now they say, we shouldn't put band 6, they say. Because if you are band 6 student, meaning that you are better than the teachers, you don't have to attend classes anymore. So they reduce that. So the highest for your batch will be band 5 plus. So they have the plus minus now. So that would be highly proficient. How to be a highly proficient? You have to read a lot. You have to know what happened around the world. You have to know about the current issues. You have to know everything that is going on in your country and in other countries as well. Because you need to know that. Okay. This one is the test scores. Because the weighting is similar, so all the test scores are similar as well. So listening is 90, speaking is 90, reading is 90, writing is also 90. So the aggregated score will be 360. So based on the 360, then you will get the band. Okay, this is extra notes. You cannot just take 1 or 2 papers and ignore the rest of the papers. Because once you do that, you are not going to get any Moet certificate at all. So if you were to look at the notes, candidates are required to attempt all 4 components to obtain an overall band score. So no certificate will be awarded to candidates who fail to attempt all 4 components. Anything to ask? Yeah. Okay. Anything that you want to ask regarding Muet? You are the only one talking. How am I supposed to call you? What am I supposed to call you? Wait I accidentally kicked myself out of the classroom. I need to enter the classroom again. Okay. Muet, because they don't give us the specific date for Muet yet. So if you were to look at the date, we have one Muet this coming year, at the end of the year. But wait. Okay. Okay. But since they don't give us the time because you are not supposed to be out of your current home until next year. So meaning that automatically you cannot take Muet because Muet is at the end of this year. So for Muet, we are hoping that they are going to, meaning that you are going to take Muet next year instead of this year. Then it is going to be face-to-face. Muet cannot be done online. They don't have Muet online yet. That's why if you can ask your seniors last year, Muet has been postponed 3 times. They were supposed to sit for their Muet in 2020, but it was postponed and postponed and postponed. They took last year. This year. In February, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So Johnny, no. Muet cannot be done using Google Classroom. You're talking about what topic, Johnny? What topic? Oh, the video is Mars. I'm going to give you the topics next week because I need to teach you the skills for speaking first. I cannot just give you the topic and force you to speak. It's not fair for you for you to do things. So Johnny, for the topic next week, I will give you the topic after we are done with the English class. I need to give you the skills first, don't worry. Wait, I'm reading a message from one of your friends. She said she cannot come in. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to give you the topic next week after I've given you all the skills and you only have 2 minutes to do the video. The video is on your own. You are not going to record the videos during class hour because the videos are going to take a lot of time actually. Anything else to ask? The class rep, later you have to help me because I only have 83% at the moment, meaning that I'm supposed to have another 10. You need to find out who are the 10 people who are not in my class. Okay, anything to ask? No? Okay, starting from next week, because I cannot have these 90 people in the class. It's going to be difficult for me to identify who's not here, and it's going to be difficult for you to ask questions because there are 90 students. Today is 82 students in my class. So some of you are a bit intimidated to ask questions. I think some of you have already sleeping because it was raining here in Labuan. Quite heavy this morning. Okay, so starting from next week, I am going to do English classes in batches, meaning that because I don't remember my class actually, wait. Okay, I have 8 H07, H09, H47. So we are going to do it this way. One class will be done by 1 hour, meaning that at 8, I'll be seeing H07. At 9, wait. I'll be seeing HO, is it? Yes. At 10, I'll be seeing H09. At 11, I'll be seeing H47. Don't worry about the group discussion, Johnny. We are not going to do group discussion yet. Group discussion is going to be done, I think, after week 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If possible, because MUET normally follows your metric numbers. That's why I asked for your metric numbers. So for the group, actually you group members, this choose. So if you are good in the Excel thingy, you can change the metric numbers, you sort according to the ascending number. Then you will know who are going to be your members for the group discussion. Because normally MUET will follow that particular arrangement. So you don't have to worry about MUET. That one, the system will choose your group members. So you cannot really choose your own group members. So look at your metric numbers. We start with 20, I think. Your seniors is 21, is it? Or 20? Yours is 21. So they are going to follow that number. In that, the seniors are going to start with the seniors first. All the 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, then followed by the 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. That one will be the arrangement for speaking. Okay, wait. Some of your friends are still trying. Okay. So what else that I'm supposed to show you? I have a lot, but I don't really remember. Okay, wait. For those friends who are not here, because the thing that I have presented, I have already put it in my YouTube channel actually. Because for those who are having problems, you can just go there and search for the rules and regulation, the MUET specification, and the PB specification. So later I'm going to give you that. If you were to look at, wait. Okay. If you were to look at that, I just take the example of H47. So I'm going to put everything here. If you were to look at this part, this one is the Google spreadsheet, the one that I need your particulars on. And if you are going into classwork, I have already put certain things. I am not going to put everything at once because I have to transport the materials from my previous classes into your class. So if you were to look at speaking skills, I have already put the sample MUET video. This one will be the sample for the new format speaking. So if you want to watch, you can watch this later after the class. Okay, the English specification also I have already put in. Oh, the MUET specification I forgot to upload. Okay, and once I ask you to do your assignments, you are going to send them here. So for speaking tasks, Later, you are going to submit your work here. So at the moment, you are not assigned anything yet. So you don't have any assignment to be sent yet. But once you are done this one, you are going to send everything here, except for those who do not have MOE ID. So those who do not have MOE ID, then you have to submit your video personally. Okay. So these are the people. Once you have your MOE ID, I will see how many of you inside my class. And for this one, once you submit your work, you will see your grade straight away. So I'm going to put your marks and your comments straight away lah. So you will see your comments. Wait. Yeah, all the 4 skills. You need all the 4 skills to... Okay, you need all the 4 skills to score MUET because you are the first batch of the new format. So if you are asking me what skills are required, if you are asking me this question last year, I would gladly say that you have to focus on writing and reading. Because reading last year, it carries 120, meaning that if you can score reading last year, you are already in band 3. But that was last year. That's why I say you are a little bit unlucky because you are with the new format. New format, everything is the same. Although you score good results on reading, still you are not going to get good band if your other skills are bad. We don't have band 6, Ridwan. Because the new format, we don't have band 6. I already showed you the band just now, right? Hi, Rizwan has left the meeting already. Why ask question and left? No, we need to wait for Ridwan to come back. Huh? So Rizwan asked what level is band 6. My answer, we don't have band 6. Yes, was it? The highest is band 5 plus. Yes, spending. If you can score 3 out of 4, better, meaning that you can score higher, then it's okay. Okay, Rizwan, you were asking again, what level is band 6, business level or native level? They don't go by business or native because we go by Malaysian standard. Meaning that if you are band 5 plus, it is equivalent to band 6 last year. Meaning that you are not going to have any problems to choose any courses that you want to go in the universities. Johnny, because it's only a speaking video, so you have to make sure your pronunciation, your enunciation for the language is clear. That's it. Because the video is only for speaking. So I don't really care about your background. You can have any background, but please make sure you don't have any chickens and dogs as your background. Huh? Yes.
Miss, may
you
I
want to ask something? Yeah.
Can you give the insights of group speaking what session last year with the senior? I think like
again.
Can you give the insights of group speaking what last year? How the group speaking was conducted?
Yeah, because I watched the video, the new format, the one that I put in your Google Classroom. I don't really see any difference in speaking. Because if you were to watch the videos and you compare with the old videos, the MUET specification for speaking is basically the same. It's only that they add more time. Last year, for the group discussion, you only speak for 10 minutes. This year, you speak up to 12 minutes. They only add in the time. Other than the time, I don't really see any difference in the group discussion. So try to watch the videos later.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, any other question? Because this is your first video, I am not going to force you. I don't look at perfection, but then I look at the originality. Meaning that's why I said you can only record once and you only have 2 minutes time to prepare. Because if you are recording yourself up to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 times, meaning that the video that you give me is not really you. When you have no mistakes, when you have perfect video, meaning that there is not you, because that will not happen in Muet. In Muet, you only have one chance. So if you are ready to do the video recording, then that will be your one and only time recording the speaking video. So you have to inform your mother, give me this 10 minutes, mama, don't disturb me. Or ask your little brother or little sister or your cat. Just now, the cat that jumped onto the keyboard, ask your cat not to disturb you during that time. Because that is the only video that I want to watch. Because my comments will be based on the original video. Because if there are no mistakes, meaning that you don't have to do any more speaking practices. You are perfect already, right? Okay, anything else to ask? Because Johnny is the only one asking question. What happened to the rest of you, Dad? Don't die on me, people. I told you I hate zombies.
Miss,
Yes.
what if for the video we accidentally exceed 2 minutes?
In real moment, once you exceed the 2 minutes time given, the examiners are going to stop you straight away. Whatever presented after the 2 minutes, no marks will be awarded. So that's why I asked you to really maintain the 2 minutes time.
So we need to set a timer for ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you have to set the timer. I cannot answer that, Johnny, because yours is the first batch. And for the first batch, I am not yet the examiner. Because I was supposed to mark the papers last July, the new Muet format. But then suddenly the COVID numbers increasing, shooting. So the July paper was extended to the year end. That's why I cannot be the examiner yet. So for that particular questions, because if you ask me how hard to score, then I cannot really answer. But then, because my friend managed to be the Muet examiner in February, that one, the first new format, she said that the new format goes for your mature ability of thinking. That's what I said earlier. You need to be able to read a lot. You need to know what happened in the country. You need to know what happened in other countries. The ideas that you present, you need to give that kind of examples. You cannot say if, for example, the question is, what would be the best place for you to pursue your studies, for example. So if you said Malaysia, you need to come up with facts. Malaysia has produced a lot of doctors, good doctors and this. If you can come up with the data, that would be perfect. You cannot just say, okay, I choose Labuan Matriculation College because it's good. No. That is not mature in ideas. You need to have mature ideas for you to present your ideas, Okay. Yes, Christina. Just ask question, Christina. Christina. Or your cat jump on your keyboard again. You raised your hand just now. Why aren't you say anything? Christina, just stop with the cat. You are the one with the cat just now, right? Don't carry your cats during class, Christina. Okay. Who else? Any other questions?
Hello, Miss.
Yes.
Is it still possible to score full marks even after we exceeded the 2 minutes time given?
It depends on your ideas. That's what I said. Maturity of ideas can really help you. And if, for example, the Muet examiners, the one after the 2 minutes time is enough already, meaning that you can get full marks.
Oh, okay.
But then you have to read a lot. Don't read the viral thingy, it doesn't help you in anything. Read news or watch news.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, if you can watch that, because the rest of the videos, I don't want to upload it yet because I'm going to upload the videos in stages. So that one is the skills for speaking. You can watch that later. You don't have to watch it now because I'm going to do that in the class as well for next week. So any other questions? Anything else to ask? So next week, you are going to have classes in batches. We are going to start with H07, is it? H07 first. Wait. For the writing component, are we going to write 800 words too? No. That one, the 800 is only for PB. For writing, you are lucky. That's why I said you are lucky people. The new format for writing is only 250 to 300 words. Compared to last year, your seniors have to write 350 words, meaning that 350 words, 2.5 pages. Yours is 1.5 pages only. But logically speaking, this is me talking as the MUET examiners. Logically speaking, if you write less, then your marks are going to be lesser. Because we don't have anything to mark you based on the ideas. So that's why if you can write based on what your seniors have been writing, 2.5 pages, that would be a good band 4 or band 5 writing. Any other question? Oh, sorry. I missed one question. Does stuttering reduce our score? Yes. Rizwan. Stutter can reduce our score because I do not give you the speaking skills yet. But under speaking, there are 3 things. The one that you asked me, Rizwan, falls under communicative ability. Meaning that if you are talking, if you have a lot of, I think, the idea that I'm going to present, that one meaning that you are not able to communicate effectively. So yes, stuttering reduce your speaking score, even if our vocabulary is great, because it hampers the communication, Rizwan. Because once you started to stutter, even though your vocabulary is great, we don't hear the vocab already because you are stuttering. So I know stutter is actually a disease. You cannot really fix stuttering, but then try to reduce it. Meaning that if you are communicating, that's why I said, try to use English as much as possible so that you can avoid stuttering. Okay, so what else? Tell me if I miss questions. I'm afraid that I might miss a few questions. What is we use the same filler repetitively? Same goes. That one falls under language. Fillers and stuttering is basically the same lah. It will affect your communicative ability. Because it doesn't carry any meaning. Fillers do not carry any meaning. So try next week, after I give you the topic, you try to practice with different topics first. Not the topic that I gave you. Because the topic that I gave you, you need to prepare 2 minutes and present straight away. So if you want to make a very good quality video, find other questions and practice with that. And look at your video. If it is okay, ask your parents, because your parents are at home basically. So ask your parents, is it okay? If it's not okay, then record again, but not with my question. You need to find your own question for your own recording practice. Because just now, who asked me question? Johnny asked me a lot of questions about the recording. So Johnny, you can record many times, but using your own questions. Then you can check again and record again and check again and record again. If you are very confident with yourself, then you look at the question that I gave. Because I'm not going to give you the question yet. I don't want you to prepare beforehand. So start with your own question. You can use past year questions. We have a lot of past year questions online. So you can just take any past year questions and do the practice before I give you the real question. Okay, anything else? I need to check if I miss any questions. Yes, Samuel.
Madam,
Yes.
for the writing, do we actually write 250 words minimum, or do we actually to write more than that?
If you want to get good results, you write more. Because if you limit yourself to 250 words, then that would be the limitation for your marks. Write more, then we have more to evaluate.
All right, thank you, madam.
Okay, any other question? Yes, Nicholas.
But Miss, for the writing component, right? Like let's say we write a lot, right? Is there like a maximum cutoff of how many words we need to write? Like, let's say we write a lot until like 500 words lah. Is it possible to our marks will get cut if we write too much?
Okay, you do know that you pay for your MUET, right? And examiners are paid to mark. But normally if you were to write more than, because we do have students, they write more than 5 pages. We have been cursing like hell, but we cannot penalize your mark based on the 5 pages. If your 5 pages are really well written 5 pages essay, we have to read every single word. So you don't have to worry about your mark. Your marks are not going to be cut off for writing. But then you are going to get a lot of curses lah. We curse a lot. Because we have to read. If you write 2 pages, then it's easy for us lah. You are making our life easier. But then if you know you are a good writer, by all means, you can write up to 5, up to 10 pages if you like. But my question, can you write 5 pages in 50 minutes? You only have 50 minutes, you know, to write one essay. You don't really have one whole day. So in that 50 minutes, how many can you write? That would be the question, Nicholas. Okay,
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Another question from Johnny. We will present during the lesson or we record the video and send it to you? You just record and send it to me. I will choose the best video to play during the class hour. Because I'm not going to play all the videos. I will only play the videos with the highest mark. Or there are two ways I do my work. I will only choose the best and the worst. And in my class, I've been telling my students all this while, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes as well. So the more mistakes you do, the more comments that we are going to share with the whole class. I like mistakes a lot because I think, personally, we are going to be better by having a lot of mistakes in our life. So for your video recordings next week, I will choose the best and the worst. And normally, we are going to learn a lot more with the worst videos. Okay, for the recording, can we wear masks? Why do you want to wear a mask, Rizwan? What is wrong with your face that you want to wear a mask? Because you are at home. No one is near you. Why do you need to wear a mask? And the fact that I cannot see your face during the online classes, I need to know whether you are you. So if you are covering your face, Ridwan, you might be sending me a video of your brother. How do I know that is you? Really? So don't. I need to see the face, people. Your face, clearly. And lighting, So make sure your lighting is clear as well. Another question. For the video, if possible, yes, because I'm going to play your videos to the whole class. If your videos are selected. So if you can wear formal attire, that would be even better. But as I said earlier, because I'm living in a very rural place, that's why I have to wear this. If I don't wear this, you will hear chickens and dogs and all sorts of animals. So you have to be careful with that. Try not to have any animal sounds in your videos. Yes, because in Muet, you are going to be given a paper. But for the video, because you are recording a video, this is how you are going to look like if you were to record your videos when you are looking at the papers. Does it look good to you? So you can bring the notes, but you have to make sure your eye contact is on the camera. Because if you are reading, this is what I'm going to see. For the whole 2 minutes, you are going to talk like that to me. The thing that I can only see from you is only the top of your head. I can't really see the rest of your face. So please, don't. Sit. Because Muet speaking is conducted sitting down. So you just sit at the table, not on the table, Rizwan. Hi, Rizwan. Okay. Which accent do you prefer? Because I am not a Muet examiner for speaking, but this is based on my experience asking my students, because I cannot do speaking like it's boring. The accent that the examiners in Labuan prefer would be the British accent. Because I compare my good students, the one that I know is good, but they have the Malaysian accent, with my average students with the British accent. The average students with the British accent, they manage to get higher marks than my good ones with the Malaysian accent. I know it's a little bit unfair, but that's how it is done in Labuan. They are really fixated on the accent. So if you can imitate the British accent, that will be superb. Try. Okay, wait. Yes, eye contact falls under communicative ability. That's what I said. Because you are worried too much about the speaking, I'm going to give you the skills next week for speaking. So later, once you have listened to all my skills, then you know what falls under language, what falls under communicative ability, what falls under task fulfillment. We are going to cover all that. But yes, Svendy, eye contact is really matters. So in the real Muet, because your examiners are going to be seated on both left and right. So if your, for example, you are presenting, your speaking, is good for you to look at the examiners left and right. So when you are presenting your ideas, if you are able to look at left and right, when you are doing your presentation, that one is better because it shows that you have the confidence. Johnny, who is next to you? Okay, wait. So accent done. Eye contact done. For the video next week, it will be a practice. It is a practice, but I will give comments. It is just a practice, but I will give comments because from the comments, you are going to produce another video and try not to do the same mistake that you have done in the first video. Okay. What about the American accent? American accent, because we are supposed to be following British accent, Nicholas. That's why if you use American accent, not to say that it is not preferable, but American accent is normal. There's nothing special with American accent. That's why they would prefer the British accent, the Queen's language, they call it. Okay, the real examination will be held in, okay, that one I'm going to tell you later in the class next week, because now, today I have too many students, so I can't really focus on all of you. Next week, I'm going to give you all the specification, the dates for all the quizzes, the time when you are going to sit for the quizzes and all that. No, Johnny, your real examination for your science subject, yes, at the end of the semesters, but English is continuous. Wait, Samuel, English is continuous. So for English, it's going to be done along the way, starting from next week until week 18. Wait, someone wants to come in. Oh, okay. I thought you raised your hand. Okay, another question. You have to tell me if I don't answer your questions, because I might miss a few things. Have I answered all? Yes, Johnny. The real examination is also 2 minutes preparation because we follow MUET, Johnny. So we cannot change what was given in MUET. Everything that we have in MUET will be exactly the same that we do in our English continuous assessment. No. Once I say it's going to be your real videos, then I'm not going to comment already. I only comment on the practices. The real video, I'm going to give marks straight away. So Rafiq, you asked for the mock discourse, it does not go into your PB marks, so you don't have to worry. Until I said, okay, this is your final video, then that will be the one with the marks lah. What exam was it? Because you said the real exam. What real exam? Because if you're asking about MUET, I don't have answers. We have to wait for the COVID. Because if you were to look at the numbers now, only Labuan is okay. Any other states around the world, yesterday I think the number was 17,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yesterday.
Yes,
so,
madam.
So for MUET, you can't really ask me anything because MUET depends on the current situation of the COVID-19. So if the COVID numbers are reduced and you can come back, then you are going to sit for MUET. If not, it's going to be like last year. Postpone and postpone and postpone and postpone. Last year, your seniors, they were tired already of the postponement. They don't want to take MUET already. But we cannot do anything because MUET is not under matriculation. MUET is MUET. MUET stands alone. So Wazir, to answer your question, it depends on COVID. Okay, any other question? I think I have answered all so far. Do we also need to do face expression? Be real, Rizwan. Because I don't, okay, this is what happened when you don't have any reaction at all during the presentation. So how are you going to do the presentation like that? It's kind of robotic expression, isn't it? So you need to have gestures. I don't want to look at, I told you earlier, right? Don't be zombies, don't be furnitures. So if you are static like that, you look as though you are part of the furnitures in the room. So don't do that. So you need to have facial expressions, you need to have hand gestures, you need to be normal, Rizwan. I'm talking about normal human being in normal conversation. That's how you talk to your family, that's how you talk to the world, that's how you talk to your friend. So be normal. So all the exams from this week to week 18 will be considered practices. No. I think you misinformed about this. The thing that I'm talking about, the thing that you are going to do next week is PB. That one falls under English. Or were you not in when I explained about the English just now, was it? The English specification, WE013. all the exams, all the quizzes for WE013 is for your PB marks, continuous assessment. That one is not your MUET. MUET is totally different thing. But your PB, your continuous assessment, is aligned to MUET. It's basically the same. So it's not considered practices, was it? It is quizzes. Okay, Johnny, what is the kinds of topic in speaking test? Anything under the sun. Last year, your seniors got one question about students who marry at early age. So that's why I said you people need to have a lot of knowledge. And my students, they were like, Miss, what to say? I don't want to get married at 18, they said. I said, who asked you to get married at 18? You are supposed to present ideas of what are the benefits of marry early. So just think lah. You have to think on the spot. But they were surprised because the questions was not expected. They did not expect that kind of questions to appear in MUET. But that was last year's question. Marry early, they did ask questions about online learning. They asked questions about the choice of universities, but no political issues. So you don't have to worry about any political issues. Ask Zik, any tips to speak very well? Yes, speak. Because if you don't speak, you are not going to get better. That is the only tips to speak well. Because people were asking me these kind of questions a lot of time. How to speak better, but you are not using the language. How are you going to improve if you do not use the language? So any tips to speak very well? The only tips that I can give you is to speak using the language. Okay. Johnny again, during the preparation session in MUET, can we find? No. You cannot bring your handphones during MUET. That's why I said you need to read. You have to be knowledgeable. Everything must be here. Handphones are not allowed. You are not allowed to discuss during preparation time as well. Preparation time is done individually. Okay. Any other question? I have answered all so far. Anything else to ask? Okay, for the student who just came in, I copy this again because I saw some student coming in just now. You need to record your attendance. I can't remember your name who came in just now, but can you record your attendance? Oh, I don't really care about that. Just don't call me sir because someone called me sir yesterday. I don't care about miss or madam, but don't change my gender. I like being a female. There's nothing nice being a male. Sorry, but there's nothing nice being a male actually. Okay. Neela, how listening tests will be conducted? Online. Everything is done online. Because I have everything, but I did not put it in the Google Classroom yet until it's time for you to sit for your listening test. Because like what I did last year, the questions, I put it in Google Form. The text, I give it via Telegram. That was what I did last year. So you can listen to the text and answer from the Google Form. So that one is Neela. If we have like mic problem, what do you mean mic problem, Rizwan? Oh, Rizwan, what kind of mic problems are you having? Rizwan? That's why I asked you to put the message, to put the questions in the chat room so that I can answer you in the chat. Because your videos, the recording that you are going to do, you are going to do that on your own. Because it's not going to be done in class. Oh, you are talking about the listening, is it? Listening is not going to be done in the class. I'm going to give you the form, the Google form. Normally Google form don't really have problems. And the listening, I'm going to give it to you like this. Let me check whether I still have the conversation with my previous students. I think I have deleted everything. I deleted everything already. Okay, this is what I did. Wait. Okay, this is what I did last year. That's why I need to use Telegram, because this one is seriously very heavy. I cannot use, WhatsApp to give. The questions is going to be like this. These are the videos. This is real Muet question last year lah. So the videos is given like this. The questions will be in Google form format. So normally you are not going to have any problem, because this one do not use you are not going to have any line problem, because this one do not use any line, because it's directly into your Telegram. So you can play as many times as you want it to be played, but it comes to your honesty lah, integrity. You are supposed to listen to the text twice only in real Muet. So that is the time that you can listen. So if you were to play it until 4 to 5 times, meaning that you don't really have any integrity in the quiz. Because you are in control of your own life, you know. You are a student that is not in front of our eyes. So whatever you do behind my back, make sure you do that with integrity. You need to have integrity. Okay, anything else? Wait, I need to check the question again. What are the examples of questions? Okay, where is it? Okay, what are the examples of questions? Simple questions like the one that I told you earlier. Wait, I'm showing you the sample questions. Okay, can you see that? So that is the sample question. A person's character is often influenced by other people around him or her. Who has the greatest influence on a person's character? So these questions, I'm going to give these to you next week. So for example, because I'm going to choose, if for example, one person is candidate A, meaning that another person will be candidate B, another person will be candidate C, another person will be candidate D. You are not going to have the same question. You are not going to have the same task for each and every one of you. Okay. So wait. So English and Muet was separated. Yeah, English and Muet are separated. But then, as I said earlier, English we follow Muet. So that's why you see English syllabus is basically the same like Muet syllabus. Because we don't want to burden you with two different set of syllabus. That's why English follows Muet. What is our line is interrupted during listening? You don't really use line lah, Wazir. Because once you use Telegram, listening text is not going to be interrupted. I cannot give you the text yet because I don't want you to have that listening yet. Because we don't do listening practices yet. But no, you are not going to have interrupted lines. Don't worry about that, I think. Or, okay, help me with this. The Google form. Do you have any problems to access to the Google form? Because as far as I know, Google Form don't really have problems, I think. Will it be played again? I answered this already, right? Was it? You can only play the recordings 2 times. Miss, if we cannot think of the facts during preparation, that one I cannot help you, Johnny. Because that one is your thinking ability. Because if the same thing happens in MUET, if you cannot think during the preparation, then you are not able to present anything. That one you have to practice. That's why I said you need to practice 2 minutes fast thinking. And we call it a rapid thinking technique. That one later next week when I give you the speaking skills. Okay, the mark is around. I told you the weighting is 25%. And I think I did show you the marks. The marks will be converted to 25%. So normally the marks for the speaking is 60, 60, 60, and it will be divided by 2. So meaning that 180 for individual presentation, 180 for the, what do we call that, group discussion, divided by 2. That one last year's mark. This year, later I'm going to update. Okay, if you cannot think, already done. Can we use Assalamualaikum in the speaking test? Yes, it depends on your religious. If you are Chinese, then don't use Assalamualaikum lah. Greetings are based on your race. So you use that when you do the presentation. Or you can use peace be upon you. As I said earlier, greetings are based on your race. So you can, if you are Chinese or Christian, then obviously you cannot use Assalamualaikum. Rafiq, why are you laughing? Nila, reading test also done? Yes, reading task also done in Google Form. Everything, all the quizzes are done online. That is the only way. Unless you are here in Labuan and you want to come to my house to do the test, then by all means come. Okay, for the video, we still can use script. Yes, but as I told you earlier, Natasha, if you are having scripts, your eye contact will be on the script and I cannot really see you during your presentation. It's not nice to look at your head. I need to see your face. Johnny, why are you crying? Basically, we need how many facts in speaking test? Okay, we don't go by facts. We go by minutes. You know that you only have 2 minutes to present. In 2 minutes, if you can have 2 solid ideas, well explained, with examples, that should be enough. Normally, I ask my students to only present 2 or 3. Normally cannot be more than 3. If you have more than 3 ideas, automatically you are going to exceed the time limit. Okay, Rafiq, about the facts, will you recheck its authenticity of the resources? Yes, for writing. Because writing, we have a lot of time. Normally writing, we have 2 weeks time to mark your papers. We will check because we do have students presenting data that we have never heard of, and we check, it turns out the data was actually correct. So that for writing, we will check. But for speaking, because normally speaking is done consecutively, we don't really have time to check. So if you can present your data confidently, that will be enough. So that one is Rafiq. Are cue cards acceptable? Yes, I think I have answered that already. We also have 2 weeks time to prepare. This one is for what, Johnny? If you are talking about writing for PB, you have 3 weeks. If you have writing for MUET, it's only 75 minutes. So those are two different things. Muet is only 75 minutes. You are going to write two different things. I'm not going to talk about Muet yet. Two different things in 75 minutes. That's why I said, I can't remember who asked the question on Muet just now. You only have 50 minutes for your extended writing. Another 15 minutes is for question 1. Petronella, does the explanation in writing or speaking factual must be factual examples? Like, okay, if you want to get good marks, Petronella, try to give facts as the examples. Because that's what differentiates good speakers with the bad speakers. Bad speakers, they speak on general basis. Good speakers, they speak with facts and numbers. So if you can have facts during your speaking presentation, that would be even better. Jenny, we need to record 2 minutes. No, don't record preparation. Only record the presentation. So your video is only 2 minutes video, not 4 minutes. It's only a 2 minutes video recording. Okay, I think I have covered all, right? You need to inform me if I miss your question, because a lot of questions suddenly appear. Okay, anything else to ask? Nothing more? Okay, so I'm going to again tell you about the class arrangement next week. At 8 o'clock, I will be seeing HO7. At 9, I will be seeing HO8. At 10, I will be seeing HO9. At 11, I will be meeting H47. Is that arrangement okay? Because I cannot have too many students at one go. It's difficult for me to control you people. So next week, you are going to be only with your own class members. And since some of you do not have MOE ID, I cannot have the link using the Google Classroom. That's why I have to make open link so that your friends who are not MOE ID can join our class. Oh, Rafiq, not yet, Rafiq. Have a great day. Not yet, not yet. We are not done yet. Okay. Anything else? Wait, I do not know whether I can play this. But I'll try. I don't know whether I can play this, but if you can listen to this, tell me. Meaning that I'll give you the link and you can watch that later. Okay. I think that's all because I'm going to put everything in the Google Classroom. For those who have the link, yes, Natasha, is it really you or your cat jump on the keyboard? Natasha, you raised your hand just now. I seriously hate you people with the cat. You put your cat away before I start killing all your cats, huh? I'm not really an animal person. Okay, anything to ask? Yes. Rizwan. Yeah, I'm sure the cat has questions. I think your cats are more interested in what I was saying than you. Okay, but thank God you are away from me, you know. Because if you were to ask your seniors, everybody said that I am a monster. They called me a monster anyway. So thank God you are away. You are not going to get that monster kind of vibe from me. But to tell you in advance, I am not a nice person. Be careful when I stop talking. Because I like to talk. So whenever I stop talking, you are in danger. But nothing will happen to you anyway because you are at your home. That's why I hate online classes. Seriously, I hate online classes. A lot of things I cannot do to you because of the online classes. Yes, Harrison, you are safe. Thank God you are at your home. That's why I am praying hard every day for the COVID to be lifted and all of you are going to come to Labuan by January. So do not pray otherwise, huh? You should be happy, Rizwan, because you are not in front of me. Ask your seniors. I'm sure your seniors who know me, they will say the same. Because they call me monster. And after they left KML, then they admitted that they call me monster behind my back. I told them I know. With my personality, I know I am a monster. So be happy, Rizwan. Okay, anything else to ask? Because I think if there are no more questions, we can end today's class. So the class representative helped me with the missing person. I need to know who are the missing names. And I'm going to put everything, all the links. Yeah, I know, but then what are we going to do for another hours? Because you don't ask questions. You are going to waste your data if you were to look at my face. Right? That's why I asked. Any more questions? Okay, so Johnny, you said another hour, the link. Oh, sorry, I did not give you the link, right? I gave already. The speaking skills just now, I gave the link already, but I can't remember where. Aish. Wait. Just watch the recordings. So basically, we need to read a lot and speak a lot to be good. Yes. That one is what we call practice, Rizwan. Because if you don't use the language, you are not going to get better. Same goes if you are learning Chinese. You need to speak in that language. Then you are going to be okay. If not, you are not going to be okay. Anything else? Because if you have no more questions, just watch the videos. Yes, Ari Natasha. Don't tell me your cats jump on your keyboard again. Okay.
No, madam, my cat's in the sangkar. I just want to ask, madam, if can we use some references like very pseudo-scientifical, very abstract, such as MDTI personalities in those references in those 4 components. Is it okay?
Okay, but then normally for your writing, it's going to be difficult because writing is going to be formal type of writing. Because to answer that as well, because I saw a question by Rafiq, because your question is basically similar to what Rafiq asked. It's difficult for you to use structures, archaism structures, because your writing, you are 18, your writing is going to be formal writing. So you are not going to have that kind of poetic, illustration, dramatic kind of writing because it doesn't carry any meanings now. That's why I said everything that you do at this moment onwards must be based on facts and facts and facts. So next week video is just a practice, yes.
Thank you, madam.
But do I answer your questions, Arina Tasha?
Yes.
Okay. So Johnny, next week is just a practice. Waze, all H9 are here. Okay, thank you. No, Johnny. Next week video, I only give comments. You don't have marks yet, unless you want me to give you the marks. So if you want me to give you the marks, tell me now. Then I'm giving the mark, but then the marks will not be recorded as PB because it's just a practice. But if you want the mark, I can give you the mark. Normally, the first practice, I just write comments. The good and the bad things that you have done in your videos. Last question from Miss Fendi, how the LLL 5% will be given? The correct format, because I will be teaching you how to write citation in your essay and the correct references and bibliography. Normally, you have to follow the correct references, techniques. You are eating in front of me, Johnny. I have not yet having my breakfast. Okay, seriously. So later, Svendy, we are going to go by that. So your 5% will be given based on two different things, citation and reference. The correct format of references. If you do the references wrongly or if you do your citations wrongly, then you are not going to get the 5%. Johnny, afraid cannot do well. Normal lah. You cannot do well first time around. That's why I said I will give comments. Yeah. I have new students coming in, but I am about to end already. Okay, welcome the new one, but I'm about to finish already. And I think you cannot see all the questions. I will share the recordings with you later. I will put the recordings in the Google Classroom. Later you can ask your friends if you are not in the Google Classroom for the recordings. Okay, wait. Johnny already answered. Johnny again. For the fact it is needed to be detailed, if you can remember. Because I do have students last year, they can remember correctly when was it, where is it, who said it. That one you need to have a good memory. But out of all my students, that was the one and only student with a very good photographic memory. We call that photographic, meaning that they remember everything just by looking at it one time. If you can have that, good. If not, you can just say, okay, based on what happened last year when we have students who commit suicide by hanging themselves, we know that there are cases happen. I don't remember whom, but I remember it was an Indian girl, 12 years old. She was set with her UPSR results. She committed suicide. She hangs herself in the room. So that one is facts already. Because we examiners, we have to read a lot as well. So we know something like that happened. But then don't tell me, don't ask me who was it. Don't ask me when was it. I know it was last year, but I don't know the name of the person. I know it's a female. After that, we do have a lot of suicidal cases along the way. That one is general, but it's a fact. It's a fact, but then without the details. You can have that, Johnny. Okay, what else? I think I have answered all, is it? Okay, the new one who just came in, you need to record your attendance. Keep on copying my attendance. Why RFP Rizwan? Don't die on me. I told you I hate that people. Don't be zombies. Okay, for the one that just came in, because we are about to end already. So record your attendance, Okay, anything else to ask? Okay, for the Telegram later, I'm going to remove all of you. I will only keep one person. And the person that I will keep is only the class rep. I will make a new Telegram group later. Okay, anything to ask before we end the session? Because we are not going to have 3 hours, I die if I were to have 3 hours talking alone. You are not talking, people. I'm the only one talking. Okay, anything else to ask? No questions? Okay, if you have no more questions, later I will just give all the links, all the videos in the Google Classroom. So I think that's all for today. If you want to leave, you are free to leave, except for the class rep. The class rep, please stay for a while. So the rest,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. So the rest, you're free to leave. Thank you, people.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Miss.
You, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
You are happy to leave the classroom, huh? Seriously? Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. Have a great day.
Thank you. Class rep, don't leave, huh? I need to talk to the class rep.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.